This is official notice to all of my patrons on Patreon. On December 17th, I will be stopping my Patron page. I've got till then to figure out something different, I guess, for those of you who still wish to donate. But until I do, this is going to be it. On December 17th, it's done. No more Patron page. Because of the new thing that they're doing, which is the video that you're about to see from Ranting Monkey, go check him out. Great channel, great guy. Love him to death. He makes good videos. I highly advise you check him out. But pretty much if I do a video on it, it's just going to be me saying what he said. So I'm just going to mirror it. I hope he doesn't mind. But yeah, this is so that you know what's going on with them. Shit just pisses me off. It's annoying to me. It's just fucking annoying. Be honest about what you're doing, or fucking figure out something that you don't have to be dishonest about doing. It's fucking bullshit. I don't like it. I don't like this. I don't like a couple of things they've done in the past. It's just starting to fucking get to me now. I cannot in good conscience continue to do business with this site because they're not doing good business with me or with any of you. So watch this video, and yeah, that's going to be it. Like I said, I'm going to try and figure out something different. There's a couple other avenues that I'm going to look into. I've got 7 days to figure it out, I guess. But if you guys start dropping off now, I would highly advise that, because I from what I understand, I've already been paid for this month. So if that's a concern, I think it's already done. And but from here on out, if I was you, just cancel it, because on the 17th it goes down anyways. I'm kicking you all off that are left. But yeah, so there you go. Check this out. Here's why. And thank you for watching, and thank you for donating, and thank you for everything. But we're picking up and going someplace else, because fuck Patreon.
Hey everybody, I'm the Ranting Monkey, and either the people running Patreon are really fucking stupid, or they think we are. If you don't know what Patreon is, basically it's a way for fans to donate to their favorite creators. For instance, if you like what I do, you can go to my Patreon and donate. In order to use this service, I agree to let Patreon keep some of what you donate. For instance, let's say somebody donates $1 to me. Patreon's going to keep anywhere from 7 to 15 cents of that. It's how they stay in business and pay their bills. Recently, though, they announced that on December 18th, they're going to change the way they charge fees. Under the guise of letting me keep more of my donation, they're going to start charging the donors a fee to donate.
In order to continue our mission of funding the creative class, we're always looking for ways we can help creators continue to grow their creative careers. We're committed to building tools that transform communities into thriving long-term membership businesses. A large piece of that puzzle is predictability and consistency around finances, which is why we're introducing a change that allows Patreon creators to take home exactly 95% of every pledge with no additional fees.
You're going to let creators keep more of the money coming in? That is awesome. Where do I sign up? Wait, that sounds too good to be true. Is that really what's going on? No, it's not. To drive home how great this is for creators, they gave us this graphic. And on the surface, it looks good. Especially if you're a creator, you're getting 95% of the donation that was made. But if you start to do the math, there's something fishy going on here. A lot of patrons donate $1. Under the old system, the least I would get of the money that they paid was 85 cents, or 85% of their donation. Under the new system, somebody who wants to donate $1 is actually going to end up spending $1.38. 43 cents of that is going to go immediately to Patreon. Their total donation is $1.38. It's not $1 anymore. And of that $1.38, I'm only getting 95 cents, or 69% of the donation. It's kind of fucked up when we take a look at the second paragraph of their statement.
Aside from Patreon's existing 5% fee, a creator's income on Patreon often varied from month to month because of third-party processing fees. And patrons may not have been aware that creators actually take home a lower percentage of their intended pledges because of those fees.
Ain't that a bitch? Patrons might not have been aware that creators take home a lower percentage. And to combat that, you're going to force them to donate more to give me an even smaller percentage. As a wise man once said, I was born at night, but not last night. For the record, this is mostly a problem for smaller donations. Around the $10 mark, with the fees included, the creator ends up taking home about 92%, and it stays like that no matter how much you donate. But this graph they gave us with that explanation is dirty. It is just fucking dirty. But there's an even bigger problem here. Under the system right now, if somebody donates $100, whether they do it to one person or they split it up $1 each for 100 people, they are charged $100. Under the new system, if they donate $100 to one person, they're charged $103.25. If they take that same $100 and break it up over 100 creators, they're charged $138. The more people you support, the more you're punished under this new system. Not only that, the guy who gets the $100 donation gets to keep 92% of the total. Those 100 people who got $1 get 69%. You're punishing the donor and the creator for a smaller donation. And your excuse for it was that donors might not understand how little people are taking home. Are you fucking kidding me? As you might imagine, Patreon's gotten a bit of pushback on this. Patrons and creators alike are not happy. But Patreon heard us, and they issued another statement, an update to the original. And this is where the shit really starts to get deep. I'm not going to read the whole thing. I mean, I have read it, but I'm not going to read it here. It's linked below if you want to. Instead, I'm just going to summarize. Patreon says they made this change because they want to go to upfront pricing, which is a move I do support. Under the old system, regardless of whether or not the creator was set up to take donations per month or per video, the donor was charged at the end of the month. Since a lot of creators have rewards for donating, there was a problem with people signing up to donate, getting whatever the reward was, and then canceling their payment before the end of the month. Under the new system, people who donate monthly will be charged at the beginning of their anniversary month, meaning that if you started donating on the 5th, you'll be charged on the 5th of every month. If you started donating on the 12th, it'll be the 12th of every month. And those who donate per video will be charged when the video goes live. I have no problem with this. It's a great idea. The problem comes with the explanation for the higher fees and the deceitful graphic they give us along with it. These graphs are meant to represent the fees assessed by third parties over a 2.5-month period. In each case, it's one donor donating to 3 different creators. We're going to call them Creator Blue, who charges his patrons monthly, Creator Green, who under the old system charged monthly but had a feature that wasn't accessible to most of us, charge up front. It meant that they were charged when they signed up and then they would be charged at the beginning of each month. And then finally, Creator Yellow, who charges patrons every time they upload. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to fix these charts. It is very deceptive that they used 2.5 months, and they did it so they could throw in this part. This makes it look like there's extra fees, which they're not. These fees still would have been paid. They just would have been paid at the end of the month. Suggesting that these fees are extra, which is what they're doing here, is bullshit. So we're just going to cut those right off. And we're going to take an honest look at 2-month fees under both the old system and the new. Just as a reminder, they told us that transaction fees under the current system run between 2 and 10%. Just for the sake of ease, we're going to use 10% for all of this. The highest possible transaction fee we as creators get charged. Also, for the ease of the math here, we're going to say that each of these donations is $10. First, we need to count up the dots. Each one of these dots represents a donation. And we're only going to count up the dots where they tell us we would have had a fee for that donation. There are now 7 in the original example, and there are 6 under the new system. There's actually 1 less payment this way, which is why they did 2.5 months in their original graph. It's the only way to make the old system look worse than the new. But just to be fair and make this a little bit easier to understand, let's say there's actually only 6 dots in each one. Let's say the new system doesn't result in more fees, which to be fair it doesn't, and we'll get to that in just a moment. Each of these dots represents a $10 donation and then the fee that comes along with it. If the fee for each one is 10%, each one of these dots represents $1. 6 dots, $6. Both times. It doesn't change. And the reason for that is because we're talking about percentages. 10% of $60 is always going to be $6, no matter how many donations it takes to reach 60. If you get 4 $15 donations, 10% of that is still going to be $6. If you get 2 $30 donations, 10% of that is still going to be $6. It doesn't change. The only real difference is when the fees are charged. It's not like those fees wouldn't have existed otherwise. They would have just been paid at the end of the month. they would have still been there and they would have been the same amount. That's why I was willing to give up one of the dots from the new system. It doesn't matter because it's percentage based. Because it's based on the percentage of the dollar amount, not how many transactions there are. 10% is 10%. The only thing this graph proves is that either somebody at Patreon is dumb or they really think we are. Now I understand that Patreon is a business and they need to make money, but don't punish the patrons. I'm the one who agreed to give you part of the money donated to me. Don't put a fee on them for supporting us, especially not under the bullshit line that you're doing it so you can give us more of their money, when in many cases you're taking more than ever while driving them away. That's not being hyperbolic. I have already lost patrons over this. And you're going to sit there and pretend you're doing this for me? Are you out of your fucking mind? In their update, Patreon said that they had a lot of creators who complain about how much is taken from them. Well, you still have to run your business. That's your answer to them. Here's the reality. 85% of $100 is a lot better than 100% of $0. What you should have done is just made the flat 15% fee. It solves all of your problems. It gives you guys more money. It makes it very easy to calculate how much the creators are going to get. You can easily tell the donors how much of their money is going to the creator. And you don't have to fucking lie to us. You don't have to jump through all these fucking hoops hoping nobody knows what math is. This is a dirty move, and you really should reverse it. Alright guys, that's going to wrap up this one. I would like to take a moment to thank everyone who supports this channel financially, whether it's through Super Chat, purchasing something from the Monkey Store, or those of you who support me on Patreon. I cannot thank you enough for what you do. And for those of you who do support me on Patreon, if this makes it so you can't, please know that I understand, and I thank you for everything you've done. I feel kind of funny saying this, but if you'd like to support what I do here, there's a Patreon link below. If you enjoyed the video, please give it a like. If you're new here, hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching. I'm the Ranting Monkey, and I'll see you next time.
Aside from Patreon's existing 5% fee, a creator's income on Patreon often varied from month to month because of third-party processing fees. And patrons may not have been aware that creators actually take home a lower percentage of their intended pledges because of those fees.
Your life makes me sad.